I used to look like this back in high school, and once I transformed how I looked over the summer holidays one year, I can honestly say it felt like I was a new person. I can confidently say that was the best decision I've ever made in my life to try and change my appearance. I felt so much more confident, my self esteem was higher, my mood was better, and just like my overall aura was better. So I've got 7 tips for you to transform your appearance and glow up this year in 2025. The first thing is that you need to lose some fat. Now, the chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably on the fatter side and your face could do with a bit more definition. And in fact, your whole body could do with a bit more definition, sharp edges, and a chiseled look to it. And the way you go about doing that and kind of showing off those muscles in your face and across your body is by stripping away that fat. And there is only one way to lose fat, and it's by being in a calorie deficit. What a calorie deficit is, in short, is eating less calories than you require every day. So every day, your body will just burn a certain amount of calories, normally around 2,000 to 2,500, just to keep your body alive and to survive. If you eat less than that number of calories, also known as your maintenance calories, then you'll lose fat because your body needs to get energy from somewhere in order to survive. And the way your body gets that energy is by burning fat, because burning fat actually produces energy. And being in a calorie deficit doesn't require this huge change to your diet like so many people promulgate online. You don't need to do some crazy carnivore or ketogenic diet to lose fat. The simplest way to go about it is just by lowering the quantity of the food that you're already eating. So if you look like this, the easiest way is to, instead of having maybe 3 scoops of rice at dinner, only take 2 scoops of rice. Or if you're having 2 sandwiches for lunch, just have 1 sandwich. That way you're reducing how many calories you're intaking, and you'll be more likely to be in a calorie deficit and lose fat. That's exactly the approach that I took when I first started out losing fat, and it made such a huge change to my face and appearance in a relatively short amount of time. I went from looking like this and losing about 10 kilos to looking like this, all in the space of about 6 months. So a lot can change in a relatively short amount of time, which should be huge motivation for you. Now, out of everything I say in this video, losing fat is the most important. So if you take one thing from this video, make it be losing fat. The second thing is putting some muscle and size on your frame. Losing fat is all well and good, but to have an athletic, masculine, and strong look to you, you need to put on some muscle. Putting on muscle not only assists aesthetically, but it also assists in the fat burning process, because when you have more muscle on your body requires more energy to just exist and survive. So you're burning more calories at rest by having more muscle on your frame. And that means to put on weight in the future, it requires you to eat a comparatively higher amount of calories and food in order to put on weight and fat. By getting in the gym, lifting weights, and building muscle, not only will you have a more aesthetic body, but it can also contribute to a more defined, chiseled face. And features in your face, like your jawline, will become more pronounced and more rigid and look stronger. And I think the reason for that is lifting weights can boost testosterone, which leads to having more masculine features and traits in your face. It can also be just that pure grit that you have to put your face through when you're lifting weights that might contribute to some of those sharper edges you see in your face once you start lifting. Building muscle is not also limited to just your body as well. You can do facial exercises, which can strengthen your jawline and your cheekbones and other features in your face to give it that more defined look. But I'd say the most important thing is just keeping your tongue at the roof of your mouth, which is known as mewing. But it's kind of cringe term, but I'll use it just for the sake of this video. All you have to do is keep your tongue at the roof of your mouth and kind of swallow to reinforce that positioning. And I'll show you it now. and that will lead to a sharper jawline and tighten up these muscles underneath your chin. Another thing to do to reinforce that is by sleeping with your mouth taped shut. That means that you won't be breathing through your mouth, and instead you'll be breathing through your nose when you sleep. After all, we're spending a third of our lives asleep. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining that tongue posture throughout your sleep as well. And it means that because you're not breathing with your mouth open, you can try it now. When you have your mouth open, your tongue kind of just naturally falls down compared to when your mouth is shut. The third thing is doing cardio and getting a sweat on regularly. It's something that I've recently implemented into my own life, and I think I just look a lot healthier having incorporated regular cardio and sweating a lot more into my daily life. It increases blood flow in your body, which delivers more nutrients to your skin, which will give you more of a glow and a healthier appearance. Sweating can also flush out toxins and flush out any excess fluid that you're holding in your face and the rest of your body as well, which leads to a sharper, leaner look. It can also reduce cortisol and stress levels, which can prevent any acne breakouts that occur when you're stressed. And probably most importantly, cardio does contribute to you being in a caloric deficit because you're expending more calories, and that can help you lose fat as well. The fourth thing is sunlight exposure. I think it's safe to say that we just look better when we're more tanned compared to when we're more pale. We look healthier, look more vibrant, and our skin just has that glow to it. And so when you're going through winter and get pale, it can be really hard to maintain that tanned look. But the only thing that matters when it comes to kind of getting that tan is the ultraviolet radiation level, also known as the UV level. And you can simply go to your weather app, and when you're checking the weather, you can check the UV level for the day as well. And honestly, anything above 5 can help you get a tan, in my opinion at least. You can sit outside for 30 minutes and just soak up the rays, and that will contribute to a healthier look in your face and your body. Even in winter, the UV can get to around 5, so try and make the most of it whenever there is that sunlight, especially in summer when the UV level is pretty high for months on end. And if you do find yourself getting pale in the winter, you can make the most of the summer when the UV levels are higher, and you can maintain that tan that you get in summer into the winter. And it's what I did last year, which I think helped my appearance a lot. The fifth thing is not eating junk and processed food and not drinking alcohol. For me at least, whenever I eat junk food or drink alcohol, my face just goes so puffy and red, and it looks like I'm just holding a lot of fluid in my body. And it doesn't just happen when I'm in the process of eating the junk food or drinking the alcohol, but it can carry on into the days following that consumption of either processed food or alcohol. So it's best to limit it to try and maintain that healthy looking appearance. I know it's hard, but give it a go. Try and eat clean for around 2 weeks, limit the alcohol or just have no alcohol for 2 weeks. See what it does to your face, your body, and even just your general energy levels. I guarantee it'll make a positive impact, so just try it out. The sixth thing is sleep. And I find that whenever I wake up having had a lack of sleep, again, my face just has this puffy red look to it. So you want to make sure that you're prioritizing getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And the seventh and final thing is drinking more water and staying hydrated. When you're dehydrated, your body actually holds on to more fluid and water to compensate for the lack of water that you've been drinking. So because your body is holding on to that excess water, it leads to a puffier look in your body. And the easiest way to counteract that is just by increasing your water intake to 4 liters per day, and you'll reduce that puffiness in your face and your body. The easiest way to increase your water intake is just by keeping water next to you at all times. If you're in your bedroom a lot, just have a water bottle in your bedroom, and you'll find that you're sipping on it throughout the day. If you're at school, bring a water bottle around with you everywhere. Again, you'll just find yourself sipping on it and drinking 4 liters of water every day. While it might seem like a lot, you'll easily do it just because you've always got that water bottle next to you and it's so frictionless to pick it up and have a sip. So hopefully those tips have somewhat struck a chord with you and you might be implementing them this year in 2025 to have a better, healthier appearance. If you enjoyed or learned anything from this video, please consider subscribing because we are getting to 4,000 subscribers soon. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts and what you're doing this year to potentially glow up and improve your appearance. I'd be keen to hear. I read every comment and I reply to everything. Anyways, that is all from me and I'll see you in the next one.